The victim, I think, is going to be. Who wants to be our first victim? I'm sorry, Natasha wants to be our first victim. Natasha, here's going to be our one today. February 19th, 2014. Warm up. Okay, we're going to have 3 squared x4y cubed times 3x squared y4 squared divided by 3x y7 cubed. Okay, Natasha, looking at this, what would you do first?
Multiply all the exponents.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
3 times 6.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Now, if you're not sure what happened there, please raise your hand and be honest here, so I know not everyone understands it. Okay, so all that happened here is we multiply everything outside the bracket, the exponents got multiplied everything outside by everything inside. So what happens is 3 squared means there's 2 3's. There's 3 sets of those, so there's 6 3's. So we just did 2 times 3 is going to give you 6. The same thing here, 4 times 3 is going to give you 12. And then there's an invisible 1 here. Right, so 1 times 3 is going to give you 3. Okay. Matt, I want you to be confident. You want to try the same thing for the top right, please. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So again, all we're doing is just multiplying these exponents here. Okay. Austin, can you be brave and try the denominator for me?
Alright, so 3x,
Okay. No. Close though. Okay. All that you're good. The only different thing is though you have to remember there's an invisible 1 beside both of those. Okay. So this is going to be 3 cubed and then x cubed, right? Because you know there's invisible 1. 1 times 3 is 3, and then 2 times 3 is 3. Somewhat feeling okay who's been here. Sorry for asking been here in a while, but for everyone else who's been here, we're feeling relatively okay with this. Somewhat yes, somewhat no. Michelle, check on you. What do I do at this stage in the game, if anything?
Do you would group all of them?
Yeah. So all we're going to do here is just going to write all the 3's together, all the x's together, all the y's together. Okay. So it's going to be. I'll do the 3's in blue. So it's going to go 3 to the 6, 3 squared, all over 3 cubed. Then I'm going to just continue x12, x4, x cubed, and finally y cubed, y8, all over y21. So all I did there is just rearrange things. Did I lose anybody on that step? Please raise your hand. I usually just move things around so all the x's are together, all the y's are together, and all the numbers are together. Josh, how are you feeling? Relatively okay? So what I just did for this, right, because these are all times, right, so I just regrouped them all together. Okay?
Are all the questions going to be like that? Like,
This awesome? Yes, it will all be this awesome. Okay.
so,
Yes. Oh, go ahead.
really the main focus is just multiplying the bracket.
Yeah, that's the first thing, and then after that, I'm going to do the grouping. Yeah, go ahead.
do you have to do that step? Like,
No.
you just-
The question is, my name's John. Hope the internet didn't mind me saying that. My name's John, and I can skip that step. Feel free. The problem is, John, that half the time people mess up that. Okay, right? So I'd love it if you would show that step, then you won't mess up. Okay, but no, I'm not requiring as far as giving you a mark for that step. I am giving you a mark for the next step. Sorry, can you be brave for me, please? And do the numerator here for the 3's. What is that turn into? Go ahead. The top, please. Go ahead. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. Okay, for those that haven't been here in the last week, over 3 cubed, x cubed, and y21. Tori, can you explain to the class what you actually did there? Just that. Very good. Right, when you have the same base, all we do is add the exponents. So these both were base 3, so we just did 6 plus 2 is 8. Is that it?
What if we don't have the same base?
If you don't have the same base, you can't add. So let's say it's something like this. That you can't do anything with. Okay? So, because if you take a look, that really means there's 2 2s and there's 5 3s. So is there any way to combine that? Well, not really. Right? So even though they're both numbers, right, just because the base is not the same, you can't do any magic. Okay, Josh, you're up. Can you finish that off? What is 3 to the 8 divided by 3 cubed equal to?
I'm not sure.
That's okay. Somebody try and help him here. You do certainly subtract them here. Okay, so Sahil says you subtract them. So Sahil, since you're brave, can you try and bravely finish this one off?
Which one?
That's the whole thing. Go ahead. Read it up.
3 to the 5.
Yeah.
3 to the 13.
Yeah.
And 5, 11.
Nope.
No, I mean,
I heard somebody say negative 10. Okay. Now, from yesterday, what does a negative exponent mean? You gotta remember what a negative exponent was from yesterday. Chris.
It means like 1 over something.
Yeah, it means for this, it's 21 y's in the bottom, there's 11 in the top. When you cancel them out, there's more y's in the bottom than there are in the numerator. Right, there's more y's in the denominator than there are in the numerator. Okay, so I could also write this if you want to, or 3, 5x 13 over y 10. Either one of those are okay for me.
is that a trinomial?
That is not a trinomial.
Oh, okay, it's more than.
What would make something a trinomial? Why is this only a monomial?
Because there's no addition.
There's no addition or subtraction. But you're right, Tori, I'm going to say the same thing at the back, right? There's no pluses or minuses. There's only one term. Okay. Not just a little more clear than I was 10 minutes ago. Yes? Okay. If you're still worried with this, don't worry. We'll do one of these everyday exponent stuff. I want you guys to knock out of the park. Right? This is something we still do in grade 11. And when I teach you guys all of this again in grade 11, I'm going to start right here again. You're going to say, what?
So it's like fractions, you learn in like grade 7.
And you use them forever. This is one of these things you learn in grade 9 and you never forget, hopefully. So that's a dream anyway. Yes?
Can we just the 3 in a row?
Oh, yeah, right on. So either one of these, the question was, can I stop here? Yes. In this course, I'm okay to leave it right here. Right? Either one of those is okay. All right? But I probably am going to ask you on your test sometime. I'm going to say, what's another way I can write x to the negative 1? I'm probably going to ask that on your test. Right? I'll say, because I'll probably ask this, what is this? I'll probably want you to know that on your test. Right? But it's okay on this type of question, leave it like that. Yeah, Joel, question.
What is why did you put positive then?
Okay, because remember we said for this, a negative exponent means like just in the denominator. So like this one here, x to the negative 1 is like 1 over x. So y to the negative 10 is like 1 over y to the 10. So it's the same just as bringing the y to the 10 to the denominator. Either one of those is okay for me. All right. Okay, any other questions before I move on? Noah, how you feeling? Wide awake, full zip? Ready to attack the world? Yes? Just so you guys know, this isn't a joke. I was saying one to one of the kids that came in yawning. You know, teenagers need 10 hours of sleep a night. I know you guys got about half that, okay? But 10 hours of sleep is what you actually need. And if your parents are listening, it's a medical fact. For the teenage brain to work properly, 10 hours of sleep. That is why when you try and wake up on Saturday mornings, and it's like 10 o'clock and you don't want to get up, and your parents want you to get up and you can't, it's totally normal. Teenagers need more sleep. If you're not there yet, you will be. All right? Okay, let's start going through last night's homework. Let's start way back, 127, number 9. You got this sort of stuff, 127? Are you feeling okay? Do you want me to still go through one of those, or?
No, I'm good.
Okay, let's move on to last night. Can I borrow your textbook, please? It was 131 was last night? Was it? What page is it?
34.
Thank you. 134. Number, let's start with 9. We're in 9, 10, 11, 12. Number 9 says substitute. Okay. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm going to do, well, it doesn't really matter. 9a says, okay, this one is easier than you think. Okay, so since you said you didn't do it homework last night, it might be a good idea. All right, so this one here, all we're doing here, we're just substituting values. So it just means replace everywhere you see an x with a 2. Okay, that's all this one says to do. Yeah, Tori?
So this one, I got confused, is
Hey, guys, shh, stop talking. Even T5, everything else is.
I picked the x of the 2, so
Yeah.
it'd be like 32 plus 5.
Oh, careful. This isn't, no, okay, good. I'm glad you said that, okay? Yeah, very good. This is like 3 times x, so that's 3 times 2. Plus 5. So 3 times 2 is hopefully 6, which is 11. So that's what you have. What I want to, guys, can you please stop talking, okay? Nothing drives, and I'm sorry the internet has to hear this, but it drives me batty when people whisper when I'm trying to teach. All right, I'm going to do the last one just to make sure you can handle this one. This one says, letter B says, so D is 2m squared minus 3n plus 8. And m equals negative 2, and n equals 5. Okay, this is a humdinger of a question, if you don't mind me saying the word humdinger. We're up to Maggie, we're up to you. Can you be brave, please? Or John, is it John? John, I think we're up to you. John, what do I do for this one? Go ahead.
I don't know, I just got,
Don't just look in the back of the book. Somebody explain here. Because we've got to explain how to do this. How do you get this, Maggie? What did you do for this one?
I started with 2 times -4.
2 times negative 4? I'm going to start like this. How about it? Okay, if on a test or an assignment you get a question like this, I have to see this line. Okay, so what I just did there was everywhere I saw an m, I plugged in a negative 2. Everywhere I saw an n, I plugged in a 5. Now, what is negative 2 squared? Aiden? 4. Now, why is this one 4 on the test? I said negative 4. Why is this one positive 4? Chris?
Because because the negative is in the brackets, so
Yeah.
it gets changed as well.
Good. This is like, that means negative 2 times negative 2 because it's inside the brackets. Finally, who are we up to? Christopher, what's negative 3 times 5? Yeah, negative 15, but yeah, 15. Right? Negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. All right, Aiden, I want to call this 8 minus 15 plus 8. What is 8 minus 15 plus 8? Positive 1. Now, if you want a quick way to do this in your head, I'm going to show you how I can do this in my head instantly, okay? I just put the positives, I was showing this to somebody yesterday at lunch. I just put the positives together. I do 8 plus 8 is 16, and minus 15 is 1. That's what I would do. Yes?
isn't that like subtract, not like negative?
They mean the same thing. Subtract and negative mean the same thing. So if you do 8, but it's like it's not times. If it was times, it would be like a bracket around it. Okay? So it's, the way I do it in my head, I do 8 plus 8 is 16, and then 16 minus 15 is 1. That's how I would do it. Okay? Yeah, so
So basically the 3 would kind of be the exponent, because,
the 3 would be an exponent?
yeah, because.
No.
No, because the 5 in brackets, you're multiplying the 5 3 times, instead of 3 you're multiplying.
No, your times are doing 3 times 5, right? It's not like 5 times 5 times 5. What is negative 3? It's not an exponent. What is it called? It's a special name we learned yesterday. It's the C.
Coefficient.
Coefficient, okay? So there's coefficients. Yeah, Joe, question?
I don't understand why it's not -4 in the brackets.
Okay, because this is really what it is here, so I'm going to go on the side here. Negative 2 squared really means negative 2 times negative 2, right? That's a negative 2 squared. So negative 2 times negative 2 squared. Does that help? Sort of that helps with 9? Sort of? Oh, well. Yes, so.
But then for A, 9A,
Yes.
how come we did, so we didn't do 3, how come we did 2 times, how come we multiplied 2 3 times?
No, we did. We just did 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6.
Oh, no, but I thought you'd go 3 times, like 3 times 3, so we can use 2 as an exponent.
No. That's only for this one with the M here. But exponent, generally the way it goes, it's like coefficient, variable, exponent. So like 3x squared. That's generally how it goes. Okay. Okay, 10. The students at Prince Albert Public School. So all subscriptions to raise money. The school receives 37% of the money paid for subscriptions. Choose a variable to represent the money paid for subscriptions. Okay, so I just write what I know. 37% of the money goes to Prince Albert. Okay, number 10. Now, okay, I'm going to slow down when I say this. Maybe I'll stop the video so it doesn't get too long. I'll stop the video so it doesn't get too long. It's already 15.